So tonight's film and my final film of June is a sequel to 2022's M3GAN, and this is M3GAN 2.0, 2.0. M3GAN, or M3GAN, because that's what it looks like on the posters, was a horror film 3 years ago, kind of a horror film with some humour, about a computer and robotic genius called, I want to say Gemma. I think she's called Gemma. Alison Williams is the actress playing her anyway, who suddenly finds herself looking after her niece after the niece's parents are killed. I honestly can't remember. I did see the original, but I saw it once at the cinema when it was out 3 years ago. So in the first film, lovely Auntie Gemma, a bit out of her depth, suddenly having a child to care for, like a 10-year-old child to 10-year-old child to care for, introduces young Kati, her niece, to a doll called M3GAN that the robotics company that Gemma works for has been developing to help lonely children. And things go a little bit sideways when M3GAN pairs with Kati, but takes the directive of do anything to sort of keep her safe, to the extremes of trying to kill, everybody around her. So I enjoyed the first one more than I thought I would. It's a little bit tongue-in-cheek. It was a little bit silly, but it had some good jump scares in it. I thought the performances were good and I came away entertained. So this is the sequel, and it takes things in something of a different direction. We are once again introduced back into the lives of Gemma and her niece Kati, who are still living together. M3GAN is, of course, long gone. Gemma is still working with her friends, her sort of business associates, Cole and Tess. But she finds herself caught up in something quite serious when a new AI, who goes by the name of, like, a new robot doll, it's definitely what I'm not supposed to call it that, but that's what it is, a new robot doll called A.M.E.L.I.A, it stands for something, don't ask me what, goes rogue. So they've taken, somehow got the blueprints and the sort of, programming, coding for M3GAN and put it into this soldier robot doll who's now gone rogue. So Gemma is at first suspected of selling the information and then kind of convinces the FBI that she didn't. It's a whole thing. I mean, it really is a lot of things. Principal among them, it's really silly. Like, it's really silly. However, I kind of think it knows that it's silly and it leans into being silly. And if you just let yourself get swept along with it, it's quite entertaining. And I came out of the cinema and I was like, I don't know if I hated that or if I thoroughly enjoyed it. Like, I genuinely can't tell. And I've thought about it because I've been back a couple of hours. And I did enjoy it. I was entertained throughout. Is it a bit long? Yes, it's 2 hours. It didn't probably need to be. But it's kind of a bit of a romp. And what's interesting is obviously M3GAN is trying to push her way back into Kati and Gemma's lives. She's kind of been living in the system. The programming, the AI, whatever it is that created her, is sort of still there. And she just wants to be given like a body and a second chance. And obviously Gemma's loath to do that based on, obviously, M3GAN tried to kill everybody around Kati in the first film. I really can't say much more about the plot or it'll give things away, which is mad because the plot is pretty flimsy. It doesn't go where I expected it to, but it did make me laugh and I was entertained. I think it's less of a horror film than the previous one. The previous one had some quite good jump scares in there, and this is just kind of mainly focused on being a bit of a silly romp. I'm not yawning. I'm just showing you what face hookers do in Alien. Yeah, so it is entertaining. I don't really know what else to say. The actress, the young actor who plays Kati, is good. Obviously a few years grown up from the original. Her name is Violet McGraw. I looked her up. She also plays... Oh no, my light died. Oh, nosies. Now what are we going to do? We're just in the dark. What if I open my car door? There we go. But I don't know how long the car door light will stay on for. And I've now got to have the car door open. Dear me, this is professional, isn't it? All those people who subscribe to my channel after watching me talk about the Ballad of Wallace Island and how they're watching this going, this is absolutely farcical. And you know what? You're right, it is. So I'm just going to wrap it up. M3GAN 2.0 is bananas. Like, it's quite silly. It's really silly. It's actually got some really funny bits in it. It's got some really gnarly injury detail, as the BBFC would call it. So you do see people getting kind of beaten up, beaten to death, stabbed with pointy things. So it's quite grim and gruesome in places, but it doesn't have the jump scares that the first one did. It went in directions I absolutely did not anticipate. And like I say, because I think it knows it's quite silly, I just kind of got swept along by it. It's also got a nice cameo from Jermaine Clement, who I absolutely love, having been a big fan of The Flight of the Conchords and the TV show that they did. When was that, like mid-noughties, I guess? So he's in it for a bit. I see the original cast are back. And it's a bit of silly fun. If I was a sort of quote-unquote normal cinema goer and I'd forked out sort of 16 quid to go and see it, would I be a bit put out? Maybe. But as an unlimited member, when you can just go and watch whatever you want, you're kind of a bit more tolerant of nonsense. And this is nonsense. It is 2 hours of nonsense. Like I say, it could have been trimmed down a bit, but it's fun and I was entertained. And the cinema was air-conditioned, and considering we're dealing with 30-degree heat at the minute, then that all gives it plus points. So will it make my top 10? Absolutely not. Will I watch it again? Probably no. But did I enjoy it while I was watching it? Yeah, I did. And sometimes that's enough. So I don't think I need to say anything else. Thanks for watching. Katie out.